All right. What is up? What is up? What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back with another live stream for you guys, another live stock market trading. Hopefully today is a little bit more exciting. It looks like it is going to be. S&P down 16, pre-market, of course, for the next 30 seconds or so. S&P down 16, Dow Jones 130, and NASDAQ minus 55. How's it going, Josh? Good morning, good morning. But obviously, a few that I'm watching out for with the markets going down. XOP, Under Armour. Get that in. Well, Under Armour apparently just hopped up. What other ones? I'm looking to obviously get rid of a bunch of the puts that I had back when I first started trading options. MAT, another one. I have one call and one put on Dropbox, kind of hedging my position. So we'll see how it goes. The call is at 30. The put is at like 29 or 28. I always forget to mute that. Super loud. Sorry about that. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. I need to get my Robinhood pulled up as well. Almost forgot about that. Looks like HEAR is down again this morning. Not a surprise. Look for it to come back to reality before long as well. So let's see here. See what I got going on. So nothing really worth mentioning right now when it comes to my calls or puts on Robinhood. Like I said, XOP is obviously one I'm watching very closely too. Obviously, it hopped up over 42. 42 is a really big resistance right now. It's been for like the last week. We got just above it pre-market, came back down. Obviously, it was well overextended at that point. Oversold all the way down to 41.65 actually briefly. Back up to 41.77. We'll see what happens. I'm only down a couple dollars on that one. Not a huge deal. Let's see, just running through the entire list here really quickly. I actually updated my list a little, knocked a few things out. Eyes down a little this morning. Roku down about $1. SPY is down 158 and dropping. Which TVIX is going to be a really nice play today. Obviously, I have a small position in that. Depending on how high it goes, I might get out because, like I said, if S&P 500 can hold above 2,700 or SPY can hold above 270 on this pullback, depending on how many days and whatnot, how this week turns out, essentially, I will probably turn bullish on the market overall. But right now, obviously, I mean, this pullback was due. I mean, we were on our 8th day in a row of green. So I mean, anyone that didn't see a pullback coming is either, I don't know, I guess blind. And UAN, watching that for a possible play on a $13 call. Verizon as well, looking out for that. That's the good thing about pullbacks too, is you can get these calls for a lot better of a price. Where is TTD? I don't even know how that thing's hanging in still. Where's MCHP? I think I passed that one. So it's down 77 cents. But yeah, unless if I close some positions, I'm really not going to be doing much today other than, like I said, maybe closing a few positions just because literally I'm down to like $30 of buying power. So, I mean, you can't really do a whole hell of a lot with $30 of buying power when it comes to options. And, I mean, I could average down on TVIX knowing that it's probably going to go up to probably north of 6 today, but it's just not really worth it. I mean, it's $27 to be exact. That'd only be about, 4 to 5 shares roughly. So it's really not worth it. Wonder how are we doing so far? We got 2 of you tuning in. Let's see how bad Tastyworks looks still. Where's G at? Ticker symbol G. Down. So again, that one is still glitching on Robinhood every single day. Tesla dropping pretty big this morning, down about $10. You all know how I feel about Tesla long term. I feel like it's only worth maybe half of what it's trading for right now. I like their cars, I like the company, but boy, MCHP, it keeps on trying to hold up. Under Armour too. Wow, HTZ up a little bit this morning. Up to 1732. Only problem is it got so damn low. Wow. Oil was up at $72 pre-market. How is MU still holding up? Ah, let's hit the 180 day. down quick. Nothing much. Crazy morning, but not really doing much on my end. Everything's still about where it was yesterday. TTD, I'm getting murdered on. Guess they don't want that one to pull back whatsoever. Pulled back like $1 or $2 yesterday. I do like this company long term. Kind of, I wouldn't say it reminds me of Adobe, but it does at the same time. I mean, they beat their earnings the last 3+ quarters. Got below the 180-day SMA. Back below it. Let's take a look here. I'm ready for Robinhood Web to let you do your options trades from Robinhood Web instead of having to do it from the phone. Let's see. Just looking around at the prices of some of these contracts. So a $13 call only costs $10 on that NUAN. That's a May 18th expiration though, so that would expire at the end of Friday. So if you go out to June 15th, it's obviously going to be, it actually ain't that bad. It's $35. And it's down 19% on that one. And UAN, of course, is down to and a $48 Verizon call runs you $32. It's down 55%. Obviously on the huge drop this morning. How's it going, Delmar? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I seen that too. If it hops over 3.01 or something like that, if it hops over, or no, not 3.01, 3.1 or something like that, then that will definitely be worth watching. The 2 years even, yeah, I guess it's not bad, but yeah, 10-year, it's pretty much at 3.06 right now, so be interesting to see what happens there. Closer to 3.1. Yeah, Home Depot revenue missed too. Heard about that. Yep. You must be watching CNBC too. I always keep it on just so I can check out the S&P and Dow Jones and all that. But yeah, it's still. Now they're talking about the 30-year. I don't care about 30-year quite as much. But yeah, it's interesting for sure. Walmart just went positive. I'm actually interested in these $48 calls on Verizon. Only thing is do you think you can get to that? By Friday, you'd have to get to 48.31 to break even. The price is down to $30. It's down 58.5% on that call. If you go out to May 25th, the $48 call is $53. However, your potential for profit goes up quite a bit. I think about 10%, so it's 32%, where the May 18th is roughly, yeah, actually ain't that big a difference, 28%. Implied volatility is really low on this right now too, which is obviously good. Obviously, I don't have enough to do either of them. Like I said, I'm probably not even doing much until I actually close some positions. Or get my car sold today. I might be getting my car sold today, which would add a lot. Yeah, overall, not much really happening on my end. Just a little bit of waiting, watching to see what's going to happen with HTZ. I guess I can go ahead and plug, since Under Armour wants to run up like a rebellious piece of shit. We'll go ahead and put HTZ's already in right there. Which one was I talking about? Planet Fitness. I took just one call on Planet Fitness yesterday, a $40 call. So we'll see what happens there. It's pretty much at break even right now itself. Wouldn't be surprised if this is actually red on the day, since obviously the markets are selling off pretty hard today. Looks like Apple's trying to bounce a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised in all honesty if today's a bloodbath. Like, these might just be what they refer to them as dead cat bounces, where they try to bounce off the low and try to come up about 0.5% and then just continue lower. But no, I don't need my car. I'm selling it more because we're moving, and it's like, I wouldn't say it's a straight up beater, but I mean, it is like a $1,200, $1,500 car. Therefore, I don't trust it, for one, to drive it 600 miles when we move. It's not worth what it costs to move it either. So I'm just going to sell it. I am going to put the money into my trading account. That way I can get the $2,000 for the margin minimum requirement. That way I can start selling options instead of buying, because you take a lot of risk out whenever you're selling versus buying. Your potential for profit jumps. It almost triples, actually, in most cases. Because we talked about that a little bit yesterday, how when you're buying options, you pretty much have, on average, about a 33% chance, a 1/3 chance, essentially, on profit. Average. You sometimes get up near, like I have one right now, it says like 36, 37%. But then you also have some that are like 9%, 10%, what you call long shot options. Whereas when you're selling options, you automatically jump up to an average of 66%. And then when you're doing like in the money, etc., or not in the money is whenever you're buying, like out of the money sells, your profit potential goes through the roof. I mean, you're getting a little less profit from a dollar standpoint, but again, I'd rather get consistent profit close to every single trade versus getting a big profit once every 100 or once every 33 out of 100 or whatever the case may be. But I'm actually moving like just under a week from today. I'm moving next Monday. It looks like between next Monday and next Tuesday, somewhere in there. So I'm definitely ready to move, though, for sure. I'm so ready. I got one more night of work. I'm off today, like I was off last night. I'm off tonight, and I'm off tomorrow night. And then I go back Thursday night into Friday morning. And then that's my last day. That's it. Then I got my brother's graduation and whatnot. And then out the door we go Monday, as long as the weather's nice. Well, it's probably not your connection. It's because, in all honesty, my internet connection, I mean, it's not the best. But what I had to do, actually, was have my latency. I don't think you can see it here, actually. But in my stream options, I had to set it as low latency. It says near, like it says near real time. If I went to real time, it'd be ultra low latency, which would essentially mean you guys would see it in like, what, 720p at the highest instead of 1080. And I know a lot of people are picky about wanting 1080p, so I just did low latency, where it's a few seconds behind generally. And then I'm sure on your all's end too, there's another couple seconds. Generally speaking, though, it should only be about 10 to 30 seconds behind for the most part, from what it sounds like. I did a lot of research on it on YouTube to make sure there wasn't like a huge gap in between our conversations. But yeah, hopefully you stay green out there. I know I really want to put calls on a lot of stuff, Verizon being one of them, but like I said, I'm not gonna. I mean, one, I don't have the money. For two, I'm just kind of hanging out for now, waiting on some stuff to go green. XOP's kind of murdering me right now. Planet Fitness is still pretty much unched because it's just right around. It's pretty much unched on the day, so that makes sense. How is Dropbox doing now? It's still kind of just hanging out. XOP, of course. Woo! Big fucking pullback. Where the hell's oil? Shocker. TVIX now up to 552. XLE is down. XLF is pretty much unched. Obviously, XOP is down pretty big. It's just a shitty day to try to even place anything either, in all honesty. At least from my point of view. Oops. I forgot I tried to sell one of these contracts in it. Forgot to cancel it. Scroll back. Like this. Sell. I bet you this one doesn't go through either. Exactly. Because the bid. Where the hell is the price action? Oh, I hate doing this shit from my phone. I wish Robinhood Web would already adapt. Yeah, bid is 0, ask is 0.05. Obviously, it's not going to 0. That's why the bid size is 0 and the ask is 16. There's no kind of price action on this option. HTZs. Oh, what a piece of shit. Meant to check on Shaq too. Well, same long. Even Kramer was dissing the shit out of this stock yesterday. It's trading at like, what was it, 19 times earnings or something like that, something nuts. Yeah, you can see what happened last time. It got super overbought. I mean, this realistically belongs right around 50, so. Hell, maybe 50 might even be a little too nice. It's more like 40s. I mean, I'll say 30s a little low, but I'd say 40s, maybe. Yeah. Sure hope no one was dumb enough to buy this on its way up whenever it was in the upper 50s. What the hell is the matter with you? Dow is down 210, 213. Nasdaq is down 88. It's S&P down. Of course, it never shows S&P when I'm looking. Planet Fitness pretty much unch still. S&P is down 24, 25. Verizon almost seems to be forming a bottom here, almost a cup and handle. Interesting. How's old MCHP moving? Yeah, I wish I had money to buy that call on Verizon. It's gaining value quickly. Or what? Pretty much $47.90 now. One thing to remember though, the Dow Jones, every time it gets near 25,000, sell off. Yesterday we were literally this close to 25,000, and then what happened? We started going down just a little. I mean, still ended positive 68, but we were up at one point like 165 or something like that. We were super close to crossing 25K, and then it got rejected again. So, just something to keep your eye on going forward. Verizon is definitely going back to 48, it looks like. Just to put in perspective, that Verizon option that cost $30 is now at $39. So that would have been a quick $9 at the minimum. You could also get the 4850 call if you wanted at 19, but to me it's not worth, at least. Because, I mean, it could definitely come on back down even further. Yeah, for it to come back up to 4850 is you're gonna see some resistance just above 48. Got a feeling. So, I mean, you probably still make a few bucks at the 4850 call. Say I'd wait and see what happens right here because it could pull back. It could continue to go down, of course, or it could be another staircase forming and going up. Either way, I mean, you could make a few dollars, but it's just not really worth it. I mean, your potential for profit from a statistical standpoint is only 22.8%. Good thing is implied volatility is on your side at just 24. But again, you're rolling the dice a little bit because the time decay. What is the theta? I didn't even look at the theta. Theta is minus 0.06. So I mean, it's not that great. Delta's 0.3 essentially, which is just the rate that it changes essentially. S&P's at minus 20. So almost like the markets again are trying to bounce or dead cat bounce, however you want to refer to it. Ten-year still around 3.06. I've seen the Dow Jones change in a little bit. Why are they bitching about oil? Oil is down on the day. Still down. We all know it shouldn't be going up roughly to $75, so I don't see why they're bitching about $70 oil. Oops. Nothing's really moving right now. Might be another early day for us. Yeah, TVIX is doing pretty well. That's where, man, I'll love to have Robinhood Gold for those after hours and pre-market hours access, because I called that one out when it was around like 5:20, 5:30 something this morning. I think it was up a little more. Well, actually, no, I think it's the high. This might be the high of the day. Actually, let's take a look. Wow, those $48 calls up to $40. Yeah, we're right around the highs of the day. Yeah, it's still actively turning up too. Where's the Nasdaq minus 75? Markets are still down about 1% on the day, it looks like. Yeah, TVIX is looking good. This thing might hit $6 by the end of the day. I mean, that would obviously be a huge jump, what, like 20%? Maybe even more. I mean, $6 might be pushing it, but definitely has the potential. Dow's about 185 down currently. Yeah, market's overall about 0.75% to 1% down overall, depending on what you're looking at specifically. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some resistance a little bit above 48. Oh. To be honest, depending on where TVIX goes, I might go ahead and just sell my position off. I'm getting a lot of it back, that's for sure. Today's return, well, duh, about what everyone else's would be. Today's return about 10%. Still down about $20 overall on that position, but that was because I bought it at a horrible time and didn't watch it. So I don't really see TVIX going up to like $7 to $8 anytime soon, unless if this market is just a fake reversal and is gonna go back to bearish terms or something. Resistance around 48.50 to 49. Support. Between 46.75 and 47 roughly. I hate days like today. How's it going, Angie? Good morning, good morning. Just another day in this crazy market. Like I was mentioning earlier, like yes, I'm kind of torn on this whole pullback because I've been mentioning it for a couple of days. I was like, okay, we're blah 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 days in a row. We're blah 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 days in a row, and we're up to like 7-8 days in a row, at least from the Dow standpoint. S&P was at like 5 or 6. Overall, though, pretty much a whole week, over a week, where the market was green, 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 green. So I mean, like, yes, the pullback was inevitable, but something to like remember. The Dow Jones 25,000 is like a huge kind of resistance right now. Every time we thought, okay, we're getting back out of this bear market, whatever, or whatever you want to refer to it as, a correction, whatever. Every time we think, okay, we're getting out of it, we get up near 25K, bam, right back down. And what happened yesterday? We were literally points away from 25K. The Dow's up like 165 or something like that. And then we got up near it and then just started going down. Still ended the day slightly green, but nearly erased all gains yesterday. And then obviously today is a slight little bloodbath this morning, down about 200 or something like that on the Dow. So, I mean, like I said, I like that the S&P is above 2,700. If during this pullback it can hold above 2,700, good. That's a good sign. However, we need the Dow to cross 25K also and hold above that. Not get rejected again for like who knows how many times now the last few months, at least 5 that I'm aware of. We need the Dow to get above 25K. If the Dow can get above 25K, S&P stay above 2,700. Right now the S&P is at 2,708, so I mean it's getting close. If those two things can happen, then yes, the bull market is back on. I'm not super worried or anything. Like I said, we were up over a week, essentially. Green, 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 green. How's it going, NYC Urbanista? Good morning. But we were literally up over a week. Green, 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 consistently. So yes, it was due. But what I want to see today is, like I said, S&P hold 2,700. It's at 2,709, so it came up a little from 2,708. I think it's down to like 2,704, 05 at one point. So either way, it looks like it's going to try to hold that, so that's a good sign. The Dow Jones, it needs to cross 25K. It needs to cross that and hold it, period. But yeah, I wouldn't really get discouraged or anything. Me personally, I'm kind of just holding, I'm just sitting back right now. I mean, I wanted to take a position on Verizon, a $48 call. It's gone up like almost $10 in price just since I watched it. But I don't have the funds. Like I only have like $30 of buying power today. So unless if I were to start selling positions, which might happen, I might sell a few positions that I know are going to be red regardless because they're puts that pretty much go based off the market. And since obviously the market's down today, I'm going to see how low the market will go. Possibly sell a few positions. Those positions being Apple. Maybe MCHP, MU is a possibility, but MU is actually up on the day, so at least last I checked it was. Let's take a look at that again. Yeah, MU is actually up on the day, so that one's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, just a few positions might get closed today. Shack, another one if it can continue to drop. I want to see it drop a lot more, of course. Been dropping the last day or two, but definitely has a lot of room to continue to drop for sure. It's definitely still stupidly overbought. It's trading at like 19 times its earnings. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, it's a food chain. But we'll see. But HTZ still holding that one. I guess that damn thing is still not really doing too much. Shocker. I mean, long term, I like HTZ. Me and Josh were talking about it last week. It has a long term outlook of 20 bucks, but obviously my options expire the 18th, so I need $18 like today, tomorrow, preferably. What is today, Tuesday? So I mean, I got time, but like right now, my break even would be $18.35 on Friday. As of Friday, it would have to hit $18.35 for me to break even. If it hits like 18 today, which I doubt is going to happen, but if it's 18 like tomorrow, then I'd obviously be in the profit. I saw VIPs, I think, going across the bottom line. Man, I don't know, man. It had a pretty big fall, pretty big sell-off. After hours, it looked like. I wouldn't expect it. It's right around a pretty good support right now. Right around 12 is a pretty good support. So I mean, it could drop probably another 50 cents, maybe even $1 at the most. But look for this right here. The reason why I say this could definitely, I think I said resistance, I mean support. This could definitely act as a support because it was acting as a resistance, consolidated right around there for like, what, 2 weeks it looked like before it started going up. So this could definitely be a support area right here. You can see it's heavily oversold on the 180-day on every indicator. Almost every indicator is actually showing. It's actually almost trying to form a cup and handle, and not quite. Let me take a look. It's trying to, but apparently it already hit 1181, so it bounced from there. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, you probably know a little bit more about it than me. I haven't done any research, obviously. I'm just going based off the charts. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens there, though. Have a good day. Have a good day. Stay green out there. Yeah, I haven't actually taken any positions today myself. I've just kind of been hanging out, letting some stuff play out. XOP looked like it was going to be great this morning. As you can see, oil this morning popped up big time. Oil popped up near $72. Oil futures. This was right around, 7:30 in the morning Central Time where I am. And sure enough, right around market open, it decided to take a shit. So that sucks because I guarantee you my position on XOP would have looked real nice. I had, you can see what was happening pre-market with it. I had calls at $42, and I was pretty much at break even. To break even, I think I was down maybe like $2, pretty much like I said, near break even. So I can only imagine where it would have been if I had got to 42.05, because we were around 41.88, 41.90 a lot. We popped up near that a lot yesterday, and that was a strong resistance. And I was still up like 10 to 15% roughly on the position. So for it to be at 42.05, I could only imagine what the profit would have been then. But 42 is a very, very strong resistance. It looks like we're kind of forming a bottom right around 41.30. So looks like we're up to 41.38, 41.40 right now. So see what happens. Like I said, long term, I see oil going to $75 either way. It was almost due for a little bit of a pullback, so I'm not too mad about it or anything. But we'll see. If I had paid more attention to the trend, I would have known that low 41s is definitely like the target range lately is 41 to 42. So if I was smart, what I would have done is waited for this pullback, got it in the low 41s, put calls at say 41.50, and then once it rides up to near 42, take that pretty big profit and go home. But I got in, I don't even remember where it was at the time, like 41.60, something like that. So I mean, it wasn't a terrible price. I mean, I'm down overall, how much percent? I'm down about 28% right now. So we'll see. I can't wait to start selling options instead of buying them. Takes so much risk out. Smaller reward, but small rewards stack up over time. Guess I'll set another alert so I'll be notified when it starts to come back up. The end it begins. Talking about VIPS. God damn it. Can't spell. Got rejected at the SMA on the 1-day chart. So I mean, if they get rejected, I mean, it could start to staircase down again. We'll see. Was there some negative news, I assume, other than the earnings or whatever? Falls on quarterly earnings, results, guidance. I think what I'll do is I'll hit a little alert for when it goes under 12, right around there. And then I want to be notified if it starts to come back up. Because if it can come above this, then I might consider putting a call, an in the money call or something, depending. And then if it comes down, I'll also look at putting calls, because the calls will be really cheap down there. So DBX must be trying to come up. Yep. So I'm pretty much close to break even on that. Oh, buddy. Aunt G, why don't you do options instead of shorting? Like buy puts or sell calls or something. I mean, I'm assuming you make pretty good money on shorting, or else you wouldn't want to do it, obviously. Or you do both, right? I think you mentioned you do both. Man, it's coming. It's trying to break, man. It could be staircasing up. Just be careful, because it could be definitely trying to staircase its way on up. There is a strong resistance right around 1250, 1260. Mostly because it's SMA on the 1-day chart. Man, if you don't stop whining, you were just outside. All you want to do is dig fucking holes in the ground. If it breaks 1260, it's going on back up. I think, at least. Dropbox, if you're looking at some pretty cheap calls, you can a $30 call is only $55, and a 30-50 calls only $35 actually. These actually aren't down a lot right now. They're only down about 15%. The 30-50 is down 18.6. You can see why. I mean, Dropbox, it's a little bit risky. one, obviously it's still a relatively new public company, and the last few days it's been kind of trending down slightly. Obviously it did have good earnings, but obviously with the news with Google and whatnot, it sounds like some Google cloud service or something I don't even know that much about, kind of ding this is why it's had such a bad day yesterday. I think overall it was down like 5% yesterday. Obviously right now it's down about 0.3%. But yeah, I mean, $30 call, if you do, I mean, you could even do an in the money $29.50 call for 83. It's also down about 15-16%, and your potential profit is still 38%. And it just went up $2. It's interesting. Probably be doing options next week. Yeah, I mean, I like when I started doing options again, I definitely suggest, I mean, I'm sure because you short, I assume you know like how options work and whatnot. But like for anyone, I don't know if we have like anyone new tuning in right now or anything. We've got 4 of you tuning in. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, a good morning. But anyone that's like new to options, one, go to Tastytrades YouTube channel. A few of you suggested that a while back. Their YouTube channel definitely has a lot of good information, and they also do like live streams as well, which is awesome too. But also this book I found actually on Amazon for as cheap as like $14. It's Understanding Options. It's a McGraw-Hill Education published book. So I mean, like, it's a legit book, and it's not boring either. Like, they show real life examples of options and whatnot. Like, I mean, like real life, not just stock market related. Like, you go straight from the history of options from hundreds of years ago through today and how you can apply it. It even walks you through like what account you should consider for your trading style for options. So I mean, it definitely, before investing a dime and investing in options, read this book and just go through a whole bunch of Tasty Trade basic videos. They have videos called like Tasty Bites or something. That's for small accounts that are looking to trade options. I mean, I learned if I had done those two things, my whole options experience would be so different right now, because I didn't know what I have been doing is what's known as long shot options. Like, I'm placing calls, placing puts that are way out of the money. They're cheaper, but your chance for profit, like we were looking at, potential for profit is like 10%, 9%, 17%, like under 20%, like pretty much a lottery ticket almost. I mean, obviously I did have some few big winners, like 102%, 77%, like a lot of 100+%, which you can still have within the money options when you do calls and puts. It's just your risk is a lot higher when you do, it's called long shot for a reason, and I learned that actually from the Tasty Trade YouTube channel. And obviously, like I said, I'm looking forward to selling options instead of buying going forward, just because the risk factor is so much different. Like, you literally, from a statistical standpoint, double your chance of profitability just from switching from buying options to selling. Obviously, you still got to do the homework. You still want to get it right and everything like that. But you can literally make money off of the stock trading sideways if you do it right. So, and your chance for profit is generally in the 70s through 80% chance. So, dog's a damn brat. You can go to bed? Better go lay down. Let's see. So TVIX looks like it's come down a little bit, about 10 cents off the high. Let's see what else. Still don't make sense why this damn thing's running up this morning. Was there some news I didn't hear about? No. Wow. The Shack puts are up. Is this a glitch? They're up 333% on the day. See? Hopefully you guys can see that all right. 333.33%. They're up today. Implied volatility. No, that can't be right. Implied volatility 113%. We'll see. I bet you I can't sell it for that price. Yeah, it's just because there's no price action going on those puts. Just like G. Anyways. Yeah, if you caught XOP calls on the dip, you've already made about $10, $16 now. Dropbox going back up. Trying to at least. Planet Fitness slightly green as well. Boy, TTD though, man, that thing is murdering me. Verizon now over 48. Let's look at how those calls are now on Verizon. So the $48 call has gone up $13, which is a almost 16% return in a matter of 30 minutes to an hour. Less than an hour. Crazy. I mean, it makes sense too, right? I mean, when you're buying calls or puts that are closer to the money, you have a lot better chance on having a good return than buying something that's $1, $2 out of the money. I mean, yeah, the price is lower, but your risk is obviously a lot higher, which means, yes, the reward can be a lot higher, but I mean, who can really complain about 16 to possibly, if it keeps going up, 16 to 30% profit? I mean, if you can make 16, 30% consistently, I mean, can't really complain too bad. And that's obviously just for buying options. SYMC is another one that you should be on the lookout for. It has a lot of room to potentially keep filling. For some reason, I thought it had a few more dollars that it could fill. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, this thing could easily come up another. I mean, you're going to have some resistances. You're going to have a resistance at 22. You're probably going to see another resistance. It looks like right around 23.50, between 23 and 23.50. But then after, I mean, it has a lot of room, essentially, for filling that gap, obviously. I mean, you can see it's at all-time lows on 180-day. But, I mean, let's say you wanted to do a close to in the money option. Let's say SYMC. Man, see, I wish I could show you guys this on Robinhood web that way. But, I mean, if you want to follow, I'm just on Robinhood's app. And if you have options available, you'll be able to see this. Just go to SYMC, trade options, buy, a call. Let's say you wanted to do a 21.50. It runs you about $49. However, your potential for profit is pretty much, again, right at that 33%. So right around the average, like on the high end. Down 41% those calls are today. Now look at this. Say you went as far out, and these are May 18th calls, by the way. So, I mean, you don't have a lot of time for these. But even if you went just to a $22 call, it drops all the way to $30. Why? Because you're further out of the money on that option, and your chance for profit drops from 33% to 25%. So I mean, you literally lose about a tenth. Your chance on profit goes down about a tenth. I mean, it's crazy, and it's dropping, by the way. It's down to $24.99 now. But yeah, it's just one again to be on the lookout for. I mean, it's on sale. Really, it's down 41%. Obviously, if you caught it way down here, you'd have already been in the green. But it looks like it's trying to pull back a little bit here. Obviously, you don't want to catch it going down, so I'd obviously wait for some sort of a bounce. But I mean, we doubled our money yesterday morning on that one. That was a little bit more riskier of an option. If I remember right, we did. Let me go into my history. Let's take a look. We sold okay, it was a 20.50 call. So that one I did bet closer to in the money. So yeah, I mean, we literally over doubled our money actually, because the original price of it was $78. We sold it for $157, so that was $79 of profit, which was about 102% profit. So yeah, see, like I said, you don't want to catch it going down, of course. I mean, I'm sure that price just got a lot more cheap. Let's take a look. SYMC, trade options. The 21.50 call just dropped another $8. Now it's down 51.25%. But yeah, obviously the closer in the money that you get, obviously 21.50 is not in the money currently, but obviously if you get closer to in the money, you're going to have a higher chance of profit. Simple. Now you could probably still make a little bit of money on the $22 call, but you're taking on more risk for a couple extra dollars. It's just not worth it, which is what I'm thankful I finally learned. Took a couple $100s to learn it, but like I always say, if you don't learn from the mistakes, then you're just doomed to keep repeating them. But as long as you learn from your mistakes, just take the money that you lose as tuition. Oh, man. hopefully you guys are having a good morning. Looks like Walmart is still trying to staircase its way on up. Of course, it's getting close to earnings. You can see it's up about $3.50 since the low. When is earnings? Friday or Thursday? Now see, this is where it does get a little more expensive, because let's say you wanted to do a Walmart call. If I can find Walmart. There we go. Let's say you wanted to do a Walmart call betting on good earnings. If you wanted to do just an $85 call, it would cost $203. Obviously, because Walmart's up on the day, the calls are up about 7.5% on the day. Now, let's say, obviously, Walmart's up the last few days. Let's say you think, okay, Walmart's probably going to have a pullback this afternoon or tomorrow, which I personally would not bet on. But let's say you wanted to buy a put, an $84.50 put would be still $209. So you definitely get a lot more expensive with these higher price stocks. And then obviously implied volatility and everything else plays into that. A $69 Nike call is $47 right now. It's down about 13%. Nike is obviously down a little bit today. And what do we keep saying? 67, 69 target range, generally speaking, on Nike. Damn, wish I'd seen that this morning. But let's say you think, okay, it's up near 69. Maybe I want to put a put on May 25th, which is a little over a week and a half. Let's say you wanted to do a put. Let's say you wanted to do 68.50 puts. Obviously, they're up a little bit on the day because overall Nike is still down. They're up about 8%, $82 for a 68.50 put, $104 on a $69 put, $63 on a 68 put, and then so on and so on and so on. Now, if you have a good feeling that, yes, relatively soon, Nike's going to say 68. I mean, it was already pretty close as it is. But let's say you think, yeah, Nike is going to come back down to 68. Like, I'm not saying it is whatsoever. But then, yeah, I mean, why not go ahead, save the extra $20 up front, place that $68 put, but you definitely want to be certain on that, because obviously your potential for loss is a lot higher than, say, the 68.50 put. It just is what it is. I mean, it's almost kind of simple math at the end of the day. Me personally, though, I'd probably go more towards that $69 call, since it's down, if I remember right. Hell, it's only down 1.5% now. And now just dropped to 2%. So, yeah. But I'm not doing anything, obviously, because my buying power is all messed up right now. Oh, shoot. Wow, Verizon's at 48.16. Let's see what the hell. Damn, I wish I had that buying power. I had a feeling that was going to come back up. That $48 call is at 50 bucks now. Where was it at when we were looking at it? Fuck, I forgot off the top of my head. I want to say in the 30s. I don't remember. Either way, it's up pretty big. The green scene, I like that. Nice name. Nice name. How's it going? Shorted Vips. Yeah, G was all over Vips. Where did it end up going to? You said you shorted it from 12.55 to 12.38. Nice, nice. Oh. Good stuff, though. Hell, you probably could have shorted it a little longer, but I mean, you probably... Okay, yeah, no problem. But since it got rejected again, you probably could have shorted it a little longer, but as long as you got them profits, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. That's my wife's YouTube channel. Oh, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, man, them Verizon calls, even the 4850 are up $8 since we now just dropped to $6, but they're still up. They were at $19, they're now at $25. So I mean now 26. So I mean let's pull out the calculator on that, so it'll load. God damn, slow ass computer. So let's say you took your $7 profit divided by your $19 investment. Boom, that's 37% profit. Damn, I should have even got in that. I actually had the buying power to do that. Oh well. Now it's up $8. So I mean you're looking at 40% profit. Like I said, the closer you get to in the money whenever you're buying options, you have higher potential for profit. And there's still a big profit potential. I mean, who can complain about 40% profit, 30% profit on a consistent basis? DeSoto, I feel like I've heard of DeSoto. I don't remember where exactly. Let me look that up really quickly. I'm probably going to end up getting a new computer once I get down there, get settled in and whatnot. I mean, this laptop, it was only like a $320 laptop when I bought it. It only has like 6 or 8 whatever it is, gigabyte of ROM. It has the i5, I think, no, i3 processor. So I mean, it's definitely a slower. DeSoto, Texas. It's definitely one of the like slower and a little bit older computers. Let's see where DeSoto is on the map. DeSoto is... Oh, it's not too far away. What is that? About 30 miles maybe? DeSoto to Garland. That's about... Yeah, about 35 miles. That's not too bad. Man, Dallas area is so big. That's another thing that I'll have to adjust to is just how big it is down there. Everything's bigger in Texas. Ain't that right? But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that this laptop keeps up as well as it does. And honestly, like I said, i3 processor, 6 or 8. I think it might be 7. It might be an odd number actually. Between 6 and 8 gigabyte ROM. What else? And you can't even upgrade the ROM on it either. Like, you can't add more storage to it or whatever. I mean, it's just... I mean, like I said, I'm surprised it even keeps up as well as it does. I mean, I got a stream going. I have markets. I mean, obviously I have an Ethernet cable connected, which helps tremendously. But, other than that, I mean, it's not too much. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably sell it and end up buying like a... Or I might even do it and then go buy like a Mac desktop or something. Oh, we're still just sitting though. Yeah, it's definitely staircasing down. Ah. What else? How is Shaq at lunch? You want to talk about bullshit? What the fuck? Damn, HER back up to 1745 this morning. Man, this market is weird. I was just looking at that. I'm guessing oil's back on the rise. Pretty much an unch now. Man, I hate commercials. I just mute it. Pretty strong resistance. Gonna be right around 4170. Is gold back up? No, J-Nug's down still. Okay. My call on Planet Fitness is actually at $40. I was gonna place it at $39.50, but I did take a little bit of risk. I mean, I'm pretty much at break even still. It's at minus $2 right as we speak, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. Looks like S&P is definitely going to hold above 2,700 unless if it just shits this afternoon, which hopefully doesn't happen. I mean, like I said, I'd rather be bullish on the market because, I mean, obviously it's easier to make money in a bull market. Calls for days or selling puts for days. But, I mean, like I said, the pullback was going to happen. I mean, we were just talking about that. Up for a whole week, a little over a week on the Dow. It was going to pull back. The only thing I did not like is that it would not let us cross 25,000 on the Dow. We were this close. And then we started to sell off yesterday afternoon. And then obviously this morning we've taken a pretty big shit. What's the Dow at right now? Is it still around minus 170 or something like that? I see we're less than 1% now on NASDAQ. Minus 0.88. What is Verizon's? Wow. $48 calls now trading at $53. So they're up about $15-ish, maybe a little higher since we last talked about them. I just went positive on my Planet Fitness. Up $3 on that currently. To be honest, I was actually down at one point, I think 12 bucks. So it's a good little, I think maybe even a little more, around 10 to 15 bucks. So that's a good little $15 turnaround right now, which means we're up on that position 10%. Overall, the $40 call is up 43.5% on the day. So that's nice. If that and XOP can go positive. If that XOP and DBX could go positive for me, that'd be a great way to end the day. And I would definitely be putting puts on this. Or is there some news or something with Under Armour? I'm just saying bullshit. Yeah. Puts for days. I mean, overall it is, as we see, going up. But, yeah, HEAR. Yeah, that one's been crazy, hasn't it? And we talked about that one. I said I think they're going to have a good earnings, yada, yada, yada. And what I do, I missed out on the train. I mean, I've been day trading it for a while, but I missed out on it. But yeah, I'm really going to be... I'm going to set some alerts on Under Armour really quickly before I do anything. I want to be alerted as soon as this crosses 1950. And then I want to be notified if it starts to come back down to reality. I'll say under 930 since we're at 938 currently. 1938. Yeah, where's it at this morning? Crazy. But strong resistance right around $18. I don't know what the high is on our 1 day. Yeah. Strong resistance at $18, so just be careful. You see it popped to 1862, came right back down into the 17s. So for me, I'm not touching it. When it starts to get like this, I don't care how good the earnings was or anything. When it starts to do this number, I stay away. I like the company. They have great products, obviously, but I'm steering clear right now. If anything, I'm buying the dip, if anything else. But yeah, I mean, if you got in on that one pre-earnings, I can't believe I didn't. I was going to buy even just like 10 shares just to kind of see, because I knew it would probably pump. I expected the earnings to be good. I don't remember what the estimate was, but I know they beat earnings pretty good. I meant to buy like 10 shares just to see how high it'd ride up. I thought maybe $8, $9. I thought 10 at the highest. I was like, no way it gets past 10. And sure enough, it got up a little bit past 10. I was like, okay, cool. It's probably going to dump. Sure enough, it came down, and I kind of forgot about it. And then what day was this? Friday, right? Yeah, Friday just boom, just continued to just blow up. I was like, God damn, I wish I'd gotten in on that, because those 10 shares would have made 120 bucks roughly. So, oh well, you can't catch them all, but Planet Fitness, we are up $5 on those calls, which means we're up 17%. XOP is trying to go positive. DBX, even Dropbox, is even trying to reel its way back for us. Like I said, hopefully, if anyone took my note on SYMC calls, good for you. We called out the 2150 call whenever it was around 2147. It's now up to 2173. Just like Verizon, we called the 48 out when it was at 4788 or something like that. Those are also up about 30% right now as well. Man, wish I had more buying power. Would have made some money today. But yeah. Yeah, you can see right now it looks like HEAR is starting to get rejected here. Down about 60 cents from the high. And UAN's another one that I'm kind of, I mean, not for like long term anything interested in. I mean, it definitely has a lot of room to potentially fill the gap, but it's still trending down, which obviously you don't like. However, a $13 call only runs you on the May 18th. It only runs you $13. They're down 31% on the day. So, I mean, you could easily make a good, I don't know, probably 30+% if this thing filled up to 13. Only thing is, that SMA on the 1 day has been a hell of a resistance. But, say it even comes up to 12.93, if you got in right now, you'd still make probably roughly 10%. So, it's just up to your risk tolerance and whatnot. I'm personally not even investing in it. I have the buying power if I wanted to buy 2 of those calls, but it's just not. It's not worth it to me. I don't like it personally. DVX just broke above the SMA on the 1 day chart. Wow, Verizon. Man, let's look at this. Wow. The $48 calls that we were looking at earlier, that if I remember right, were at like $37. They're right around $37 to $40. They're now at $54, which means that's $17. So let's say they were at 30, let's just say 38, split the difference. So it is up now. $17 from that is at 55. So 17 divided by 38 is, boom, 44, almost 45% profit. That one I was going to buy. And you have CNBC pumping the hell out of it here the last 15 minutes, which helps too, of course. That's crazy. Whew. Nasdaq's back down 1%. Damn. No, I don't trade spy options every day. They're a little more pricey. Like let's take a look actually, because it's been a while actually since I did a spy option. Long term I probably will, but like let's look at right now. Let's say you wanted to buy a call. Let's say you bought. Ooh, I would not do a May 16th call. Fuck that. Let's say you wanted to do a May 18th call, which expires Friday. If you were to do a 271 call with SPY right now, what's it at? It's at 270.85. I want to go back to that so I don't forget. If you did a 271 call, that would expire on the 18th, so Friday, it's $141. If you do a 270.50 call, which is obviously in the money, it's $168. If you do one 271, so you're looking. I mean, they're just expensive. I mean, they're over $100 each. And then if you do the puts, they're obviously going to be a lot more because obviously it's down today. The puts are actually up big time today. Wow. The 271 puts are up 148% today. The 270.5 puts are up 154% on the day. Even the 272 puts are up 130. 273 puts are up 107. I mean, I wouldn't do puts though, because like I said, I personally think it's a pullback. As long as S&P holds above 2,700, it's not a big deal. I mean, what is SPY at again? See, we got close, but what we do, we bounce. So as long as we hold above that 270, like I said, we're fine. But long term, yeah, I probably will do SPY just because it is expensive. But as you can see, the reward is obviously very high. Because, I mean, if you can turn 130 into 260 off of just one position. I mean, obviously this is like a hell of a swing day, like a hell of a pullback. So that's why they're up so much. But, I mean, even if you can turn, say, your 130 into 200 off one trade, I mean, ain't that bad. Dow is still down about 200. They are still talking about this sports betting shit. Who cares? I want to look at this. Look at VIP's calls short term. Wonder if you can even trade options on this. I'm sure you can. Yes. $12 calls, 43 bucks. $12.50 is 18. But don't want to catch a staircase and down. Obviously, it is heavily oversold. Probably oversold on just about every chart. But that doesn't always matter. I'm gonna keep my eye on that because I might play a 1250 call. Just for, again, if it can make me $6, I mean that's 33%. We'll see. I want to see what happens right around 12 if it goes ahead and tries to make a new low, or is it kind of bottoming out here and trying to go back up. TVIX still making new highs on the day. Seems like it moves a lot daily. Are you talking about SPY stuff? Sorry, I didn't see your message. Are you talking about VIPs or SPY still? TVIX is up about 12% on the day. VIPs, yeah. I bet you wish you held your short a little longer, huh? I wonder what your profit would have been. When did you say you got rid of it again? I forget, like 12.37 or 12.27, something like that. I'm actually looking at possibly dumping. TVIX could test $6 today. I don't think it will, but I'm looking at closing that position today because I've gained a lot of my money back on that today alone. I mean, I've gained $15. I mean, again, it's a small position, only 25 shares. I've gained back like $16 today alone on TVIX. What else was I gonna look at? I guess that's about it for now. I'll go back to VIPs. See how low these prices are now. Probably add it to my watch list too. The option price is still about the same. The $12 call came down a couple dollars, but that's about it. I'll see how low it goes. I mean, it might make a new low today. I mean, like a new low for the day, obviously. I'd like to see Planet Fitness touch $40. I'd probably take my profits at that point. Right now I'm up $5, which is about 16%. Cool. Yeah, I'm wondering how low it's gonna go. SPY is now back up over 271. TVIX obviously came back down a little bit due to that. Yes. So my cousin's wife's brother, it's funny, we were talking about that yesterday. My cousin's wife's brother, he applied for a loan so he could buy my car. Thankfully, he got approved, so he's gonna try to get a hold of me today, apparently, to buy my car. I'm actually gonna make a tiny bit of profit off of it, about $200. But yeah, hopefully we'll get that sold. Knock on wood. And then we'll get into Robinhood Gold. We'll start to do some after-hours trading, some pre-market. Now with options though, most options you can't trade. I know, I think SPY you can trade till like 3:15 Central Time, 4:15 Eastern. I think you can trade like 15 minutes after hours with options on SPY. There's a few of them, you just have to look it up, but for the majority, I would say close to 90, if not 95% of stocks, you cannot trade options after hours. At least like from what I've heard and what I've learned. But yeah, that'll be awesome because you need $2,000 obviously to be able to do Robinhood Gold. I'll probably have that for sure by the end of this month in my account. So with that, we'll be able to obviously have double the buying power with margin. And I'm not going to use the margin, but the margin is there for insurance, essentially, for when you're selling options, because with selling options, you essentially have quote-unquote unlimited risk, even though it's kind of like, again, inverse of buying options. In your buying options, you have the limited risk where all you do is lose your entire investment. Wow, just popped up. You can lose your entire investment, and you have unlimited reward potential. It's just the inverse, essentially. So, it's interesting for sure. But, yeah, I'll just have that margin there. That way I can sell options, because you guys know I'm a big promoter of selling options versus buying. God damn it. I forget that Robinhood won't let you. Like right now, this 1250 call is trending at $18. Hopefully you guys can see that. But with Robinhood options, let me read you what it says here, because I'll try to get it for 18 just to see what happens. Yeah. VIPS options below $3 trade in 5-cent increments. Do you want to update your price to 20 cents? Which means essentially you have to go either 15 cents or 20 cents for the option. So either way, I'll wait and see if it goes down to 15 cents or if it goes up to 20 cents. I think, if anything, it's going to keep going down. Looks like it's just getting ready to form another staircase. I'll be watching this one for a little bit, probably. Wow, Verizon. Damn, TTD. $80. That thing, just to put in perspective, if I remember right, that was at roughly $50 before earnings on Thursday or Friday. It was in the 50s if I recall. Let's go ahead and take a look. I mean, not gonna miss too much here. Yeah. Damn. I mean, even if you just bought one share. XOP's trying to go positive on me. We're only down a couple bucks on that now. We were down $1.56 on the day. Now we're pretty much just unched overall. Which is actually not too bad. Confident that this thing's getting ready to go back up or anything. I just think it's getting ready to be another staircase, but we'll see. Oh yeah, always gotta get at it. But yeah, I'll hear back from you later. I might be on here. If not, I'll be in that Discord chat as always. I'm pretty sure you're in that now, but yeah, I might be in there this afternoon. Just depends on when I have to sell this car, get this car sold and whatnot. Hopefully I can get it sold today, get that money in the bank, get it deposited. Obviously, good thing about Robinhood Instant, funds are available instantly. But yeah, stay green out there. Days like today, it can make you kind of weary on when to take positions. If I had the money, and man, it wouldn't have been huge profits, but again, 30-40% return plus $13, $15. I will not complain about that. I mean, make 15 here, 15 there, 20 here, 7 here, 10 here. I mean, shit adds up. That's what people fail to understand. They're like, well, you're only making blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, but you keep compounding that over time, over and over and over. And then on top of any money, you can add in over and over and over. And then before you know it, you're making 30% on $1,000. That's $300 made. Where you were making maybe $30 on a $100 investment before. So it's just a mindset. Planet Fitness apparently hit 30.92 briefly. I didn't see that. Still up $5 on that position. So for anyone that's watching, take a while. I don't know, maybe we got 4 of you. Take a wild guess. I almost want to like do some kind of prize for whoever gets it right. If so, okay, here, if someone can, nah, I don't want to do that. That'd be bad. Here, just for fun, if someone can guess, I have a put, just one put on TTD. You can obviously see how that's doing. How much do you think I'm down on that one position alone? Keep in mind, I bought this position. If you want a little background on it, I took this position on Friday afternoon. So if you want, you can go back, look at the chart, see where it was when I placed the put. And by the way, it's a $70 put, which wasn't that far out of the money at the time. Keep in mind, I'm not retarded or anything, I promise. But take a wild guess on how much that one's down. That's literally the only one that's actually dragging my account, in all honesty. It's dragging my account big, actually. It's the only reason that we're pretty much unched. If it wasn't for that, we'd be up. Well, I can't say that because then I'll give the answer away. let's just say I'd be up pretty big right now if it wasn't for TTD. Uh-oh, is XOP getting ready to go positive on me? I think all I'll do is I'll add another alert to see if this thing crosses 12. And I'll create another alert if it goes below. There. She's running. We're officially back at dead on break even on XOP. VRX is up big this morning, up about $1, which is roughly 5% on, I think. Yeah, roughly 5% on that stock. Dang. I think he's dying sometimes. That's what I'm talking about. We were down $24 at one point on XOP. We're now up 2. We were down 17 at one point on Planet, somewhere like 10 to 17, like 10. I think it was like 15 to be honest. But either way, we were down hefty on Planet Fitness. We're now up $5. So needless to say, we've had a pretty good turnaround here since market open. I still wish that I would have gotten in on Verizon, but you can only work with the funds you got. Even Dropbox is trying to go positive on us. I mean, we're still down about 15 on that one, but to put in perspective, if I recall, we were down about 30 at one point. Let me look. Well, we're down. Yeah, we were down about 35, actually. Whew. We shall see. No one wants to guess how bad my TTD put is right now. Just throw a wild guess out there. I'm sure somebody will get it pretty close. Ooh, DBX just fell. I guess I don't have Under Armour pulled up anywhere. Oh man, the puts are jumping quick. The $19 put just jumped $5 in like 30 seconds. It was at 20, it's now at 25. It's definitely peaking. Hmm. Hmm. Ah, don't want to hear. We'll see what happens. What, $10 on Planet Fitness? Planet Fitness calls are up 74% on the day. My total return right now is 33 and a third percent. I might go ahead and lock that in. I'll take a look at it here. Was it PLMT? hear that. Morgan Stanley cut their price target on Tesla by $90. How's everybody doing though? I'm looking at placing an order on Under Armour right now. It's the only reason why I'm kind of quiet. I obviously want to get it for the best price. It keeps kind of hopping back and forth between 24 and 26. Every time I try to place one at 25, it hops up to 26, and then yada yada yada. How much are you in there? Overall between the two accounts, I'm still around. Do the quick math. Around 8, because I have, like I said, a really bad position right now on TTD. Like I said, I would almost give someone some money if they could guess how much I lost on that. Actually, I'm almost kind of giving the answer away, but I'm down big on that position currently, which is hurting me. And then I had another bad experience with Walmart where I did not cover 130% profit, and paid dearly for that. It went from up that much to down about that much, which sucked bad. That one stung probably the worst. It's different whenever you start out down on a position and continue to go down, but when you were up over 100%, doubling your money essentially, and lose that, and not only lose it, but essentially get turned upside down on it, it's like, you don't make that mistake again, I'll tell you that much. I mean, it still hurts to even think about it. But yeah, so I mean, I've kind of just canceled out everything, but that's because, again, I started experiencing with options I didn't know. Again, that's why I was stressing learn. I've read this book that I highly suggest for everyone that wants to get into options. I'm on Tastytrades YouTube channel almost 24/7. They have very good videos, very good, like, where like almost anybody can understand it videos. I learned that the options I was doing was more of what they refer to as long shot options, aka like gambling almost. I had some success obviously with that at the beginning, and I don't know if it was beginner's luck or what, but it definitely wore off quick, and then obviously being stupid, trying to get more out of a position, and then next thing you know, it gone. But yeah, overall it's kind of, with the exception of a couple of positions, I mean, I've kind of just unched, which I mean, I'll take for as much as I've lost. But yeah, what I'm doing going forward is I'm going to be selling options, which your success rate is like doubled, if not almost tripled. They're for real not gonna fill that fucking order. Okay, I did get filled. I was about to throw a bitch fit. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Cool. So we're up $1 already on that. But yeah, when you sell options, your success rate is doubled right off the bat. Like your chance on profit. Obviously, you still need to do your due diligence. You want to pick the right position, of course. Sell puts at the right time, sell calls, yada yada yada. But yeah, that'll be the route I take going forward for the most part. I mean, you can definitely like buy calls in the money that will make you some good profit still, or closer to in the money. Like right now, I bet close in the money on Planet Fitness, and I'm up $13 currently, which is 43% return. And within a blink of an eye, it dropped $3, so 33% return. But either way, the closer, when it comes to options, the closer to the money you place your puts or calls, the higher chance you have on profit. I mean, you're paying a little more up front. Your profits are going to be slightly less. But I mean, 30-40% profit, you can't really complain about that. At least to me. I mean, even 10, 15, 20%, you can't really complain about that. If you do that over and over and over and over and over again, minimize the losses, you can see, I mean, imagine doing 20%, or like I said right now, 43% profit on $1,000. That's $430 made in one trade. So, I mean, obviously that's longer term when your account is like at, what, 10 grand or something, because like we always say, you don't want to do but about 1/10 at the most of your account, usually less than that, about 1/20th of your total account size in one specific trade. But yeah, I mean, you can definitely see where they're little profits now, but as long as you keep taking them, don't gamble them away to where they go negative, you can see where it really starts to add up over time. It's not, again, like I keep stressing to everybody, it's not a get rich quick scheme. If you think you're going to get rich overnight, starting out with $1,000 or $500 or something, then you might as well just not even try, because you're going to be miserably disappointed. What I'm interested in is this is going up, but our MACD is actually showing red. That's usually a good sign. Fucking oil pulled back again. God damn. And my day trade from last week just wiped off today, so I still have 3 day trades available, all 3 day trades available for the next 5 days. So Under Armour might be a day trade. We're already up $3 on that position, which is a 12% return. We're still up about 44% on Planet Fitness. Bought that one yesterday though, so that's not a big deal. This thing should go up here in a second, it looks like. We'll see. But Under Armour, I don't know, I might, depending on how it again, if it takes a sudden dive and I just shoot up in profit, of course I'm going to cover the profit and just use that 1 day trade. But if it kind of just slowly degrades and it looks like it's going to continue to do that after hours and into the morning, then by all means I'll just hold it and see where it goes. But yeah, so far we're up 12% on Under Armour, up 44% on Planet Fitness, $40 calls. And the Under Armour put is a $19 put, by the way. Guess I probably ought to put that in my flexible grid. Guess I'll probably put that one right here since I'm looking at Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness just made a new high of the day. But yeah, I guess really quickly while the market looks like it's kind of, not going to say stalling or anything, but kind of just sitting right around its prices. I'm going to get me a drink really quickly. I guess, well, my dog's asleep, so I don't worry about letting him out. But I'll go use the bathroom and get a drink really quickly. I don't know how many of you haven't checked on the stream in a while. So I got 4 of you tuning in. If you have any questions or ticker symbols or anything, now would definitely be the time to throw those out in the chat. So shoot them over there, and I would definitely get back to them. Hopefully when I get back, who knows, I might submit a trade or two. But yeah, shoot them out there. I'll be right back, guys. Like Planet Fitness chilled out a little, still up 13 on that. Apparently, what the hell is going on with my phone? There we go. Apparently we're up $8 on Under Armour now on that option, which is up 28. Oh, just went to 7 apparently. So it's up 7 now. That's still 28%. Still waiting on a few other things to shake out too, but yeah. So what options is essentially you're I don't like to use the word betting because that makes it sound like you're gambling. It's just like doing any form of trading. You want a stock to go up, but you can also make money on the stock coming down or trading sideways if you're selling options or like covered calls or whatever. Covered calls, covered puts, whatever. I mean, you could get into it for hours. Like I said, if you're interested in options whatsoever, this book is a must. It's super cheap on Amazon. I just bought it over the weekend, and I'm like attached to it. That along with the Tasty Trade YouTube channel is like a amazing combo. I actually put the same link that I bought this from in the description box if you're interested at all. But pretty much with options, like I said, you can make money on a stock going up or going down, or if you sell options, you can make it on it trading sideways because you're actually making money off of time decay, which is also known as theta. Like I said, we could get into this for like hours, but just in short, it's pretty much like, say you, like I said, I put a $19 put on, or here, so that's why I'm playing fitness. Since I said I put a $40 call, that means I'm wanting Planet Fitness to go up to $40. Call means you want it to go up. Put means going down. When you purchase a call, you want it to go up. Purchase a put, you want it to go down. When you sell a call, you're wanting it to go down. And when you're selling a put, you want it to go up. The potential for profit is exponentially higher when you're selling versus buying options. But as long as you're buying close to in the money, like the Planet Fitness one, I bought it at 40. That was close to in the money. It was around $39.50 when I did that yesterday. They're a little more expensive because you're again close to what's known as in the money, meaning it's in profit essentially on the day. What else was I gonna say? Shoot. Oh, but it allows you to essentially trade these higher cap stocks. Like I've done Walmart, I've done 3M, Apple, SPY. I mean, you can trade these higher price stocks that are well-known companies that you can actually know more about. Like I just did Under Armour. I placed a $19 put on Under Armour, which means I'm wanting to go down to 19. You can see that's working out good for me so far. I'm up 28% on that position already based on when I placed it, when it was in the 20s. So yeah, that's pretty much just a quick little crash course of what options is. Just like I said, pretty much you can make money on a stock going down, up, or in some cases sideways, which I love. Because when you're buying stock, you pretty much only make money, not pretty much, you literally only make money if it goes up, period, end of story. You can't make money if it trades sideways. You can, sideways and up and down. I mean, you'd have to sell it on the up, buy it in the dip. But, I mean, you have to have your timing perfect. Takes a lot more work, more options. You just do your work up front, place it. You're buying time, essentially. Let it play out. Check on it every couple hours or minutes if you wish. Like I like to keep up on mine up to the minute, obviously. But, yeah, it's definitely a lot more fun than buying actual stock, if you ask me personally. And then just like how I use Thinkorswim. I mean, honestly, I've just watched a lot of videos. Like, I don't know if you're talking about like my SMA line right here. That's for, this isn't a trend line, but I don't know if you mean like my actual trend lines like I draw. Those I just kind of, they're never, like I always say ahead of time, they're not 100% right. I mean, I've drawn trend lines before that were absolutely wrong. They were right, obviously, for the recent trend, but then the trend gets broke and boom, it just falls or shoots up or something. But yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, I just watched a lot, hours on hours of videos. And like I said, reading, I mean, if you're not learning, you're going to be losing at the end of the day. That's why I keep, I'm not like affiliated with this author whatsoever, Michael Sincere. I mean, it's a McGraw-Hill book. I mean, like, I'm just suggesting it to you guys because, I mean, it's a really good book for options. I mean, it's literally put so much, Wow, I'm up $18 now on that position. I'm gonna have to go ahead and close that. We're up 60%. Wow, the spread is crazy. Bid is 40, ask is 55. But yeah, like I was saying, I mean, just learn, learn, learn. You cannot learn enough. And then obviously, I mean, even the guy in this book said, he's like, you can read this whole book, you can read tons of books, watch tons of videos, but until you actually, it's like driving a car, until you actually get behind the wheel, make a trade, drive the car, learn a mistake or two, you're still going to make mistakes. I don't care how much you spend on learning, you're still going to make some mistakes. But it's learning from those mistakes and not just folding your arms and going, well, this shit's rigged, blah, 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 blah. I did all this learning and I'm still losing money. I mean, you're going to make some mistakes still. It just is what it is. But yeah, I mean, just to keep it short, I mean, I watched a ton of videos, hours on videos, reading tons of books. And then I've learned a lot from you all. Like, if it wasn't for the audience, Tyler, he hasn't been in here in a little bit, but he was the one that actually brought the idea of options to my attention. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. He's asking me about Facebook, I think, if I remember right, or Intel or something. And he's asking me about calls or puts. And I was like, to be honest, dude, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. And he was like, options, you can like make money off of stock going down or up, yada, yada. I was like, so you're telling me you can make money off of a stock going down? Now that's my kind of party right there. How do I get started? And then from there, I just started learning for a couple weeks. And then I went ahead and started messing around with it a little bit. And I've had some, like I said, I've had some big losses because I did not spend the time I needed to learn. I started doing what's known as long shot options, meaning it's like throwing a dart in the dark and hoping, essentially. And how many books have you read? This is the first full book that I've read. I've like kind of glanced over. I'm not like a huge reader in all honesty. Like, this book is actually interesting. That's what I was talking about yesterday and on Sunday Stock Watch. Was this for me to actually get into a book and read the whole thing? It, one, has to add a lot of value to my life, which this obviously can, and two, it has to be at least a little interesting. I mean, this thing, it's interesting. It grabs my attention. I've learned so much just within the last 2 days I've been reading this book that but overall, not just stock market, but from like financial book standpoint, I've read, let me see, I think I've read about 5 financial books this last year. So, like I said, I'm not a huge reader. Like, if I read 10 books in a year, that's like, holy shit, good job, Griffin. but yeah, it's definitely a good book. I love, like, literally, as soon as I hop off here and I'm done trading for the day, I'll probably pack a little since I still have to pack, and then I'll get right back to reading this some more. And I'm using a $2 bill as my bookmark, which is pretty funny too. But Hopefully you all are having a good day, staying green out there. I hate having to trade on my phone. Can't wait for Robinhood Web to adapt and keep on building on. Like I said, I'm probably going to end up closing my TVIX position today. And again, I just want to see how high it's going to go. It keeps having these little pullbacks and then keeps going forward. I thought $6 was going to be out of the reach today, but it's starting to look like it might be a possibility, especially as long as the market keeps going down. I mean, Dow's down 230 right now. NASDAQ is down just under %, minus 73. I don't know what the S&P is currently. I'm sure it'll show it here in a minute. Ooh, we're at 2706. Like I said, that really needs to hold 2700. Where's the SPY at 270? Come on, damn it. Yeah, SPY is getting close to. It needs to hold that 270. I'm telling. If it doesn't hold, I'm just not confident. If it doesn't hold, we've seen it got close, got rejected. That was a good sign. We're getting close again. I mean, see what happens. I've gained 1650 on my TVIX position today. Total equity is 142.50. That's another thing too. If I sell that, I'll get the buying power back from TVIX too, which is about a quarter of my, a little under a quarter of my account right now. So. Rising back down to 47.85. Markets are overall starting to take a shit. Big time. Dow is now at a session low. S&P 500 is at 2704. The 10-year yield is about at 3.07 now. Notice the more that goes up, the more the market goes down. Just something to keep an eye on. But we're still holding at 270, which is always good. Hopefully you all are having a good day. So we got 2 of you in here currently. Wow, up 40% on the Under Armour put already, up $10. Still up about 13 on the Planet Fitness. Keeps getting rejected at 573 because SPY keeps bouncing right around 270.30. There it goes. Shoot. This is probably gonna pull back into the 60s. It's lunch hour too. It's another reason probably why we've kind of just slowed up here. What the last, yeah, lunch hour lasts probably 15-20 minutes. But yeah, looks like we're slowing up a little here, so we're on a little bit longer today than we've been. We got 2 of you still in here. Hopefully everybody's apparently got notification. Hopefully everyone's having a good day. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention this at the beginning of the stream. I seen, again, you all know that I love the Tasty Trade YouTube channel and the guys that run Tastyworks and whatnot. Obviously, I live in this, I'm going to be living in this area by June 16th. It's actually a week before my birthday. They have a free, at least looks like it's free, it says free, a free, whatever you want to call this, event, essentially. I haven't read about exactly what it's all for, but it looks like it's for like futures. Obviously, it says futures, like future options and options talk and all kinds of stuff. Doors open at 8 a.m. It's at the Houston HSR Event Center. I've actually never been there myself, but I was just interested in it because, I mean, it's totally free. And it says Uber and Lyft are great options for getting there, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah, it's pretty cool because, I mean, it's free. You just got to register. And starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 11. So, I mean, it's pretty short. So, if you're in the Texas area, you might want to consider just, you might want to consider hitting that up. Receive a cash course in futures trading concerning capital efficiency, pairs trading, and math-driven scalping mechanics from these 2 seasoned traders. So, yeah, that might actually be pretty fun. I'll let you guys know if I do end up going or not. I'll see if I have anything going on. It's about a month from today, actually. So, yeah, I'll have to see what's going on around that time of the year in about a month. And I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. I already saved it into my favorites. That way I wouldn't forget. And I set myself a little alert. That way I wouldn't forget about it either. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I just happened to come across, I was just looking through their platform and seeing that that was an event that was advertised. And since I'll be in Dallas, Houston's only a couple hours away. It's just a little drive. So I'm considering maybe driving down there and always looking to learn. Of course, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. But, yeah, I'm probably going to go ahead and hop off here because I know the girlfriend will be showing up here before long for some lunch. And, the girlfriend will be showing up here for lunch, and obviously I still got some packing to do. She's going to want to see a little progress on that. I got to get my title and everything out for this car apparently, so get everything straightened out on that. But yeah, hopefully you guys are staying green out there today. Like I always say, when the market's kind of like this, I always like to kind of just hang back, only make obvious trades, like this trade on Under Armour, which now Under Armour seems to be trying to dead cat bounce right now. But just do trades that are pretty much blatant obvious. Like right now, I'm still up roughly 28% on that position. If I wanted to, I could close it, but it looks like the Dow's trying to rally a little bit. It looks like the markets are trying to, I wouldn't say come back, but I mean they're up a little bit off their lows, it looks like. So that makes sense why everything's slightly trying to come back up a hair. But yeah, just be safe out there with your money. Always remember that the safest trade is no trade at all. But with that being said, like I said, I will always be over there in that Discord chat. It's super easy to reach me. I get anytime you all post anything, you don't even have to @ me. Any post that goes in there, I'm notified like right away. So it's easiest to reach me through there pretty much 24/5. And yeah, I might go in the voice chat in a little bit on there as well. So I'll definitely be sure to tag everybody that's there. And if you're new, and again, you like what you see and like networking with a bunch of like-minded people, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here. And that Discord chat that I just mentioned is also in the description box. How's it going, Luis? Got green on SPY drop. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm sitting a little bit on Under Armour puts. I'm up about 23% right now. I had some calls on Planet Fitness that are up about 43% right now. I'm thinking about going ahead and locking those in. I just want to see if it's going to push up to 40 again. 40 is a pretty strong resistance. When it got up to 40, I was up, let's see, what's that up? I was up $18, which is about 60%. So if it can go back to that, I would love to get that much out of it. But obviously, I'm not going to get caught holding it and end up losing money or anything. But yeah, I mean, we're up on a couple of positions. Looking to close a few as well. Looking to close my small TVIX position. TVIX is obviously having a pretty good day today, you could say. But obviously, it's pretty much inverse of the market for those of you that don't know. XOP is another one. XOP had a really good pre-market. It was up to $42. Obviously, it's came back down off of the highs pre-market, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'm definitely not going to hold it. Like, if it looks like Planet Fitness is going to just start to take a dip for the worst. It came back down to like 39.85 I saw briefly, and it came back up to the 90s. So, I mean, I might go ahead and just sell it because, like I said, I mean, it is 43% profit. You can't really complain there. But I just want to see. I'll probably take a look at it here in a second once I close. I'm probably going to close my TVIX position during this lunch hour. But, yeah, like I said, I'll definitely let you guys know tomorrow for those of you that aren't in Discord. But for those of you that are in Discord, you'll obviously know pretty much every move that I make when it comes to closing positions and whatnot. But, yeah, like I always say, the safest trade is always to make no trade at all. If you're not 100% confident in a trade that you make, then just don't make it. I'd rather sit and be like, damn, I should have got in, than sit there and be like, what the hell was I thinking? There's no worse feeling than the what the hell was I thinking. Trust me, I've had way too many from my own experience. But yeah, overall, I mean, pretty slow morning. I mean, I don't think we closed anything this morning, if I remember right. Yeah, no, we haven't sold anything actually today, but we did, like I said, we placed a put, $19 put on Under Armour that is currently up now 32%. And like I said, the Planet Fitness one from yesterday, pretty much the ones that I'm really watching hard are the Planet Fitness call, the Under Armour put. It's now up $9, which is well, now it's back down to 8. Either way, it's between 30 and 40% up right now. I'm watching that one. I'm watching XOP hard as well, and DBX. I'm kind of hedging, pretty much canceling out gains and losses because I have a put and a call because the put was actually down, so I put a call. Now the call's coming down and the put's going up, so they're kind of canceling one another out right now. But we'll see what happens. But yeah. So like I said, with that being said, I better go ahead and start wrapping this up because I know she'll be home here in a few 10 or 20 minutes for lunch, and got to get on packing. I'm selling my car today, it sounds like, thankfully, so got to get the title out and everything like that to get that straightened out, and hopefully here before long we'll start having Robinhood gold, so that'll be interesting. Let's pick a few stocks and focus. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier too. I don't know if he's still in here or not. He might be. Hard to say. 3 of you in here. He might be in here still. But yeah, we were talking about how I go about learning and everything. And I always say read, watch other traders. Obviously you need to be careful when it comes to watching other traders, because obviously they can just be trying to pump up a stock. I try to only watch traders that aren't like super big, other than obviously like Tastyworks, Tasty Trade. I mean, even them, they're not huge. They have about 90,000 subscribers, but you have to be careful with who you watch, because obviously the more bigger people tend to kind of pump up stocks and all this other stuff, so you have to be careful with that. But just always looking to learn off other people, learn from books, learn from your own mistakes, of course, like we were talking about. It's like driving a car. Even the guy in the book in here says it's like driving a car. You can read as much as you want. You can watch as much as you want. You can do as much simulation trading as you want. But until you actually use your own money and make that first mistake with your real money, that's when the lessons really begin. And that's where you either fold or you learn from your lessons and keep developing as a trader and eventually making some good money. But yeah, I'm just going over everything really quick to make sure I'm not closing any positions right this moment, which it doesn't look like I am. But yeah, with that being said, hopefully I will see you guys over in the Discord group chat here in a little bit, early on this afternoon. Depending on what the market does, I'm probably going to hop in at least for a little bit either way this afternoon, especially if the market takes like a nosedive further, or if it starts to rebound and go green. We'll definitely hop in there and chat it up for a little bit. But with that being said, hopefully you guys are staying green or staying unched at the minimum on the day. But like I always say, keep on going out there and making those profits, covering your profits, cutting the losses when needed, and achieving some financial freedom this year. And I will see you guys either in Discord, or I will see you back again tomorrow morning. Take it easy, guys.